Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another stream for Toga Motorsport. We are back again with the signature Rookie Wednesdays. As you can tell, slightly different to what's normally here. We are running Silverstone in the wet. As we're joining just at the start of qualifying, everyone's coming out for the first couple of laps. Yeah, welcome in. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be fun. Oh, yep, there's going to be a lot of that, a lot of sliding. A lot of cars going off track. It's currently medium rain, that is. So it's going to be quite tricky conditions out there for quite a few people. I'm expecting I think the chance of red flag tonight is going to be, in my opinion, 100%. Mike, welcome in. Yeah, the umbrella is needed. I think you need Noah's Ark out there at this point. Potentially, it could have been worse. Could be the practice server conditions. I think it was like properly like flooded at one point. That's always fun. Stephen Hood, welcome in. Let's go. I want to see how well that Jag can handle these conditions. That is going to be something else. Oh, my voice has got a robotic effect. Okay, 1 second. Bear with. Let me try and fix that. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Steve, you can let me know if that's any better. I have unplugged it and replugged it. Hopefully that will do it. Summer Rutledge, can't wait for this. Yeah, this is gonna be something else. There's gonna be carnage. There's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be a good time. I hope the stewards down in the stewards room have their extra box of crayons for tonight. They're gonna need it. One won't be enough, I don't think. The instant count is gonna be quite high, but you know that's all the fun. But yeah, let me know if the audio has got any better or if it's any worse. Just so I can try and fix it. But sounds the same. Let's roll with it. Only minor. Okay. I mean, I can try dabble with it, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to fix it really without breaking the stream or something. I mean, if it's only minor, then it should be okay, I think. I mean, I can try dabble with it, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to fix it really. I just had a listen on the stream. It doesn't sound great. One moment. So if I try something. Hopefully that's maybe any better. I've just tried to tweak in a couple of things. This feels too tough for rookies. It's going to be something interesting. This is what Season 10 is all about, the big season. Gotta see how you guys handle the tougher conditions. It's always fun, though. I was simming a bit of ring into the mic. That's the theme for tonight. Fair enough. I will try and tamper with it throughout the stream. Hopefully, see if I can't fix it. It's probably something stupid or benign, knowing me. I will try and play with it. See if I can't fix it because it's gonna be frustrating for you guys, I'm sure. The theme for tonight, yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. Bear with me 2 seconds. Alright, hopefully that's a little bit better. I have tried messing with my microphone. Let's see if that helps in any shape, way, or form. It might not. Alright, hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay, the stream playback it sounds a little bit better, so if someone in chat can let me know if it's okay. Yay, we fixed it. Can't tell I work in technology, can you? I just turned it off and on again. The standard protocol for fixing things. Right, let's get on to the actual racing, shall we? First cars on first laps have came in. Current, provisional pole position is currently held by Oscar Pratt in the 999 Ferrari with a 211.8. Then we've got Tim Jordan with a 212. Ethan Davies up there in the Merc. That's going to be interesting to drive in the rain. Mank doing a great job there in the 808 Beamer. Wiesenberg in the Porsche. Love to see the Porsches up there. Josh Wood, Marek up into P2. Savadas taking professional pole. Oh, the lap times are flying in. Richard Vickers, 213, doing a good job. Yeah, we have 30 cars on the grid still tonight, which is awesome to see. Yes, I'm glad the audio's fixed, that's the main thing. But we're getting there. Technology is always fun. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it's a massive pain in the backside. But yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Round 2 of a short 4-round competition this time instead of 6. All the races have different varying conditions. So we had Polo Card last week in the night. That was good fun. Then we have here Silverstone in the wet, obviously, and then the last 2 races. I can't actually remember off the top of my head. Let me go find out. That's very professional of me to not actually know the answer to that. But time to go find out. Oh, as Tim Jordan is going for a, he's taking the scenic route, shall we say. That McLaren is, I'm sure, not enjoying that. That's going to be the theme of this, though. Cars going off. There'll be more cars. There'll be more laps done off track than on track, I think, come the end of this race. But it's all part of the fun. Let me see. So yeah, then we got Hungaroring next week in mixed conditions. So that's going to be interesting. And then Spa night race is the last race. So some fun conditions for everyone to play with. I guess just to challenge the drivers. Give them something other than just standard, you know, fully dry tracks to work with. Give them a new challenge to work with, which is always fun. If you're not prepared for a wet race is always, the first time you get one, it's brutal. Expecting a red, there's gonna be a red flag. I think I would bet my, what would I bet? I would bet like pretty much all my savings on it at this point. It's gonna be carnage. There's gonna be someone who makes a mistake on lap 1, causing a pile-up. I'm not gonna look like a fool because they're somehow gonna all get through without an instant in lap 1, and there's not gonna be a red flag. But sure. Either way, I'm just expecting a lot of carnage. One person I'm very interested in seeing is how Mr. Hood gets that Jag up there. I didn't get to see your livery last week, Mr. Hood. Let's have a look while you're sitting in the pits. What a car. Brave man taking that out there. It wouldn't be me. Let's have a look who's doing what on track. There are a few Audis here, which is pretty interesting. I'm sure they're going to be really enjoying the wet. As Jacob Berwick is about to finish a lap, currently 3/4 of a second up. I'm sure the rain is testing every single one of these drivers because it would test me. I don't like driving in the rain, but it's a fun challenge. Because the slower you are, the faster you are, kind of. It's always good fun, as that puts Berwick onto P12, just shy of 2 seconds off pole position. And the person on pole, Savadas, is going even faster again, coming into the last corner. This is going to be a 7/10 improvement on his pole time. This is going to put him sub 2:10. A 2:09.9. That's a in the rain. That's a very impressive lap. In medium rain as well. Mike, it's very tough. I didn't use the liveries. I've been so poor in practice. Who cares? That's what the academy's for, man. It's for learning. It's for learning and practicing, and nobody's perfect. Especially in a wet race, nobody's perfect. You know. So you could have used that, wouldn't we worrying about it one bit. Steve, it's been a week or so of a fixed delivery. Yeah, well, at least I can see delivery this week. I couldn't see it last week, because Awesome Sim Racing is reliable as ever. It's not. um, we're all going with whatever we can get our hands on. Yeah, this is going to be a fun race. There's going to be carnage. There's going to be plenty to. I'm going to be probably shouting a lot. One thing I'm curious on is what the stewards put down as cut-off times for this. It would help if I didn't close SimGrid and kept it open so I could actually read it. Oh my god, that's a McLaren spinning. Who was that? Which McLaren? I didn't see which McLaren that was. That was kind of nuts. Wasn't that McLaren or that McLaren? Or Kevin or Darrell. Oh, it was Mr. Wingen. He went flying in that McLaren. My word. Oh. Yeah, there's going to be a couple of qualifying penalties coming through, I think. Just from what I've been seeing. Right, let's have a look. So Silverstone 2:01:18 or 2 minutes. Ah, but that's dry. That's dry. There isn't a wet one put up there, so. Thundersnapper, Silverstone, Rain, and McLaren in the lead. Can it be? Can it be more British? Well, as Mike has said, Aston and Bentley were second and third. Absolutely. I don't even think there is a Bentley in this, but I think there's one or two Astons. So I need those Astons to, get up there. Be nice and British. As Oscar Pratt is about to finish a lap, he's 1.2 seconds up on his last lap. You can just see how sketchy that Ferrari looks on the bar at the corner exit. It's going to be a 1.1 improvement. That's going to bring up to P2. That's a great lap. And I'm pretty sure Red is rookies, and if that's the case, either Savias is just a fantastic wet driver, or he's not a rookie. Or he should be in the AM class, I think. As I see there's a couple of penalties coming in, I'll read them off at the start. Let me see, who is anyone on near the end of a fast lap? Camuso is about 8 tenths up on his last lap. That's going to bring him, going to stay where he is, but he's only now a couple of tenths behind Furby in P22. As Ethan Davies, oh, that Merc getting very twitchy on the corner there. I think Silverstone is going to be a scrapyard of ACC GT3 cars before the end of this. Already a disaster. We haven't started the main race. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep up with the carnage. It's gonna be unfolding. I imagine there's gonna be cars off everywhere, and just trying to get one that was fun. The Jag in this weather and rookie series, barely a pro player can handle that Freightliner. Yeah, it is quite the challenge, that Jag. But Stephen Hood is a braver man than most, trying to drive that barge of a car. Stephen Hood, I'm assuming you're doing a last to first challenge, or a last to in the wall speed run, depending on how that Jag goes. By the fact you are still in the pits. I would just assuming, but you can let me know either way. Yeah, you just see how perilous those conditions are. You have to be very careful with how you apply the throttle, how you apply the brakes, and how you apply your steering input. All your inputs have to be much more careful. Not precise isn't the word, but more gently applied is for lack of a better term. Because the second there's just no grip in the rain. You can just tell. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, just getting a big slide there on the curb and the green stuff. And Tim Jordan's lost the time he had. Maybe slightly commentator's curse there for you, Jordan. I'm sorry. Oh, as there's another McLaren going sideways. There's not really anyone out improving currently. Gabriel Schmidt, is improving slightly. He's like a couple of tenths up, coming in through Sector 2, this is. Yeah, Sector 2, down towards Abbey. Now, oh, and he will have just invalidated that time there on the corner exit. I think I should maybe stop looking at people who are nearly finished the lap, because I'm just commentators cursing them at this moment in time. But I suppose commentators curse with the rain on makes it even worse. As most cars, I think, have finished, there's only a minute 48 at qualifying. There's quite a number of cars in the pits. And those cars won't have enough time to go out and do another lap, so they're all finished, they're qualifying. The pole setter is in the pits and is just seems to be happy enough with their lap time that it won't get beat. So, where is Oscar Pratt? He is just come out of Stowe. He should have time to get round to start another lap because I think he's come out of the pits there. His lap time says for like 4 minutes, so I would assume he's been sat in the pits for a minute or two. Yeah, so I'm assuming he's about to come and start another lap. One final attempt to try and take down Savidas. With that pretty impressive lap time, actually, for pole position. And then you've got the two CRF guys of Ethan Davies and Josh Wood in P4 and 5, doing a great job like last week. As Josh is about to start his last lap, I won't curse him. I'll let you get on with it. As Modestus in that M&M BM, which is such a cool livery, is starting his last flying lap as well. Let me see. Oh, I love the sound of the Audi. As Benjamin Alexi is 6 tenths up, currently 5 tenths up, roughly coming into the loop section. At the end of Sector 2, Audi getting a little bit wide there. You can hear the Porsche in the background as well, getting the best soundtracks on track at the moment. As this is good so far. Alexi is 8 tenths up now. Gonna have to spot the bright braking zone for here. It's gonna be a lot further back than it would be in the dry. There you go. He's applying the brakes nice and early, letting the car coast its way in through Brooklands. That was very nicely put. A little bit wide on Luffield, but getting the car rotated in for the exit. Very nicely done. This is going to be about a 6.5 tenth improvement. It's going to give him net him a couple positions. There you go. Net him 3 positions. Very nicely done. Let me see. Now, most people have finished. Is anyone still on a fast lap? There is one car, and it's Darrell. Well, it says his lap time's been 12 minutes, so I don't think he's actually on a lap. Riesenberg's finished their lap time. Yeah, I think that's everyone finished. That means a big congrats to Costa Savidas for getting pole position with a fantastic lap time, I must say. And I will admit, you probably won't be a rookie after this if the stewards aren't really looking at that. Because you seem a very fast driver. Marius, this will be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be chaos, I think. Red flag chance is 100%, I think. As we have a couple of penalties coming through from qualifying, so a 5-second penalty for car number 23 for causing a collision with car number 1. A 5-second penalty for car 27 interrupting car number 23's lap. 10-second penalty for car number 7 causing a collision with car 301. So those penalties will be applied at the start of the race to be served during the race. As the server is just switching sessions. Just let it do its thing. And we will prepare for a quick a quick track walk with, like we always do every week. One moment. It was a long day at work today. My brain is a little bit slower than normal. I do apologize. Right, we're on the grid. Oh, the game just prompting us there that it is wet. It is in fact wet. Alright, we'll do a quick walk of the track, give you a rundown of who's where on the grid. Starting on pole, Savidas in the number 1 McLaren. Then we've got Oscar Pratt in the 999 Ferrari in P2. Modestus in the 33 BMW in P3. And the first of the CRF cars, Ethan Davies in car 98 Mercedes. Brave choice. Then the 222 Porsche of Josh Wood, I believe, yeah, in the CRF Porsche. Lovely to see. Then we've got the first of two Wijnens. Sorry if I've got that wrong. I'm bad with names. In the 21 BMW in P6. There's a car missing from the grid, or not sure why. Then we've got Marek Matlack in the number 900 Toga Academy car. Lovely looking livery there. Tim Jordan, P8 in the 66 McLaren. Dobson in the 603 McLaren takes P9, and running at the top 10 is Wiesenberg in that gorgeous green number 13 Porsche. Bouts in the 778 Ferrari takes P11. Paul Mank in the 808 BMW is P12. Berwick in the 301 Audi takes P13. Richard Vickers in the number 6 Toga Academy BMW. Look, a lovely livery if I do say so myself. In P14, Kevin Bakary in the number 58 Toga Academy McLaren. Love that there's a lot of Toga Academy representation tonight. P16, Schmidt in the 55 Porsche. I believe that's our CRF driver as well. Alexei in the number 7 Audi. P17. Darrell in the number 50 McLaren. P18. Sheehan in that lovely 22 green Aston Martin. And then running at the top 20 is the second of two Wijnens in P20 in the number 23 McLaren. Then Furby in the 44 McLaren, P21. Kamuzu in that really cool coloured 777 Beamer, P22. Stanek, number 91 in P23 in that Audi. Number 17, Lucy in that number 17 Audi P24. Siren in the number 64. A lot of Audis tonight. In P25. Pell in the 27. Nope, hang on. The game's just bugging out. 888 Ferrari in the P26. Halter in the 27 McLaren and P28. Oh, he is P27, sorry, my bad. Brandon Fuller, P28 in the 973 McLaren. Mr. Stephen Hood in the 77 Jaguar in P29. And last but not least, Ozduru in the 343 Aston Martin in P30. My camera work is fantastic there, as always. As you see, the qualifying penalties have been applied. I read them out a moment ago. As we're getting underway for the formation lap, this is going to be a very spicy lap one. Keep your eyes peeled for lots of carnage. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good one. Silverstone's always a great race, especially in ACC. It's a brilliant track for GT3 racing. As you can see, cars just getting on with it, fighting through single file. This is going to be good fun. If you haven't already, give the video a like and a little subscription if you haven't done so already. Just helps us out over here. Gotta get that like count out. Gotta beat Hayden's metrics every week, you know. Can't let him win. Just like in the endurance races. If he's listening, he's gonna shoot me. I'm only joking, Hayden. But yeah, we're already into Sector 2 now in the formation lap. Just look it up, there's so many cars. 30 car grid as well. In this weather, just adds to the chaos. Hey Finley, how's it going? Welcome in. You sitting back and relaxing for a entertaining race, shall we say? Weather looks terrible. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be medium rain for the entire race, or at least the first 30 minutes. Imagine if floods later on. That'd be very funny. I do believe, I'm just gonna double check this now. This race has one mandatory pit stop for fuel only. They do not have to take tires. But in this weather, I would probably advise taking tires. So if anyone driving's listening, there you go. There's a little piece of advice for you. 2 extra points for the fastest lap as well. But going for the fastest lap in this weather is a death sentence if you get it wrong. As now the lead car is just heading into sector 3. No. Yeah, as we're just getting all ready, everyone looks to be lining up 2 by 2 now. Getting ready to go racing. Place your bets now on how on the safety car when it's happening. Is it happening turn 1? Is it happening through Magus Beckett's? Happening at Stowe? Well, take your bets because it's probably happening. Chad Vickers, good luck, Richard. Richard down in P14, yeah, P14. We did a practice session in the rain for the other night, so you should be at least a little bit equipped for this, I hope. But good luck to everyone. This is going to be fun. Everyone watching, sit back, relax, and enjoy the carnage, I guess. As we're coming up to the start-finish line, just waiting to go green. And we are green. Let's go, go, go racing. As Ethan Davies gets a fantastic start there. Look at that, going around the outside. Or attempting it and backing off as a few cars. Oh, there's a few cars off already. Oh, that's a Toga Motorsport spinning. Oh no. This is gonna be a, oh my god, that's cars dying everywhere. Oh no. Oh my god, I don't even know where to look. Everyone has died. That is surely gonna be a red flag. Yeah, red flag, red flag, red flag. Yeah. Oh my word, that was carnage. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure every single car just got damaged there. I'm not quite sure what happened. Oh my, that was chaos. Ah, too late to even. Too late to even try and replay that. Wow. I'm pretty sure about 80% of the grid was involved in that. I didn't even get to see who started that. I know there was an academy car spun round at one point. Finley came a lot earlier than I thought. Well, I thought it was going to be either turn 1 or Maggotts and Beckett's. I was pretty certain. I think everyone was speedrunning a red flag there. Yeah, Marius, that was very fast. I don't know what academy car was spun, but there was one of them I saw. There were like 2 people not braking. Oh, well. Stewards, get your crayons out for that one. You're gonna need it. Yeah. The wet the wet especially requires a lot more caution, so trying to win it on turn 1 on lap 1 is just silly. So, yeah, I imagine there's going to be a penalty or two dished out for that one. I'm pretty sure there was at least 15 different collisions there, so the stewards are going to have a fun with that. It might take them a minute or two, so bear with us while they get that sorted out. I got a kiss in the back in turn one. Yeah, I saw you spinning then. There was quite a few cars all over the place. You got killed from behind. Yeah, after you spawned, the car hit you as well. I don't really. I wish I could replay that. I could. I could do that. One moment. Let me do this. Uh, Let me sit on this screen for a second. Let's get a. Let's have a review of the replay, shall we? I'm just getting up here. One moment. I've just changed the screen just while I get it sorted, because we're probably going to be a minute or two before the stewards deal with that, so we'll let them do that. Right, so let's have a look. So, Emerius, you said you got hit, so let's have a look from your perspective what happened there. Right. So, let's see what happens from Emerius' point of view here on the replay. Oh my word. That didn't look pretty. Let's have a look from Emerius' wing there. Oh, that's a car trying to take the dry braking approach on a wet track. Not gonna go well there. And then obviously trying to get the car, dodges that car, but then another McLaren hits him. Yeah, just pinball machine after that. That's unfortunate. What else happened? Well, let's watch all the carnage together, shall we? Anyways, I was too cautious for cars in front. I got killed from the back. Yeah, it looks like the car behind just forgot it was wet and didn't brake early enough. Unfortunately. Let's have a look from. So these cars got away okay. So what happened to Mr. Wijnen here? Oh. Oh, the session's been restarted. Couldn't watch it all. Sad. But at least we got to see one of the big incidents. That was quite fun. That was very quick from the stewards. Good job, guys. I'll be looking out for the penalty outcomes to see what they deem necessary for all of that. Just want to say it's great to have you back commenting. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, the last few weeks have been chaotic. With work and so on, a number of different things outside of work. Emerius, I'm sorry to tell you, that doesn't mean damp. That means worse rain. Oh no, this is only going to get worse. I will point out there is only one red flag, so we've had our one red flag, so please, every driver, take it easy lap one. Be very cautious, be extra cautious, or you're gonna end up RTGing with massive damage. Please. Because otherwise it's gonna be wraps for everyone involved. Take extreme care. Yeah, but Amirius, that symbol in 30 minutes actually means heavy rain, not because the cloud is bigger. So we might end up with a flooded track before the end of this. Oh no. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what all the penalty outcomes are for this whenever that gets all handled. But I'll keep an eye out for when that is ready for me to look at. An update with who got what for everything. Flooded, I meant. Yeah, that means flooded. Yeah. Well, I think the track becomes flooded over time with that weather. Not immediately, but it will get heavier, so there'll be more standing water, which means more chances of dying and spinning and crashing and any. It's gonna this track's gonna be a graveyard by the end of this race. So again, I will want to point. I'm gonna point out that there is only one red flag when we've had it. So everyone, please be cautious. Take it nice and easy. What was it with Toga and Wet Race telling me? Are you referring to the Spa 24 that we did a few weeks ago that was very difficult? With the heavy rain throughout the night. That was good fun. It was very difficult, but it was good fun. I was actually a CRF race, and we've got a few of them guys in here, so shout out to you guys. Richard, you can do this, yeah. Just everyone take it easy, and you should get through the first lap okay if everyone drives very slowly, very cautiously. Take it nice and easy. This is going to be a race of caution, not speed. So you're going to be far better taking it nice and easy, take it extra cautious. Don't take any risk whatsoever unless you feel you absolutely have to. And then you will, because if you think about it, right, a lot of cars are going to spin in this. It's just an edge job. It's not even just because it's rookies. It's just I will find these conditions. Most drivers would find these conditions tough. So being extra cautious, 9 times out of 10 will put you towards the front. Exactly, Silver. Slow steady wins the race, especially in this case in the rain, because if you push too hard, you're going to slide, you're going to spin the wheels, you're going to burn through the rubber, and your tires are going to have even less grip than they already do, which is basically zero anyway. So, it's really just all about taking it nice and slow. Mike, you started from the pits. Oh no, there's 2 drivers starting from the pits. Darrell as well. You mustn't have hit the thing in time. Mike, why do I have pen? When I know, you'll know. Actually, I'm able to tell you now. So 30 seconds time penalty for car 603. That is for causing a multi-car incident, which is one we actually got to see in the replay. And then 20 seconds for car 808. That, Mike, that's you. That's for not holding your brakes and causing multiple collisions. So I'm assuming you must have got hit, and then you just not holding your brakes caused more collisions. Yeah, if you got tapped from behind, but you need to hold your brakes once you do, otherwise causing more collisions. Then if you hold your brakes and if you get spun from behind and if you collect another car but you've held your brakes, you can't do anything more than that. But if you get spun and you don't hold your brakes and you hit someone, you haven't done all you can to avoid the incident. Yeah, but I'm assuming that hit was caused from the other car, the 603 car, causing the multiple collisions with other cars. Must have hit you as well. Then your duty is to hold the brakes as per the racing regs for Toga. So that'll be why. So I'm assuming once you got spun, while spinning, you hit other cars. I'm going to assume that. Obviously, that is maybe not factual. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm just speculating. But yeah, remember there will not be a second red flag, folks. There will not. In 0.1 seconds. Well, the second you feel that you've been hit, you should be applying your brakes, essentially. If you wish, man, after the race, feel free to appeal it. And if you feel appealing it will, if you feel like you didn't deserve that, you can appeal it, and then the stewards can maybe give you more explanation why, depending on after a review. So we're getting ready to go racing for the second time. I've already said it 3 times, but please take it easy. We don't want a repeat of last time. Well, I kind of do because it's fun to watch and it's fun for you guys to watch, but The stewards definitely don't want it. EBT Gaming and Twitch, rookies in rain, always fun. Yeah, this is going to be... It's been carnage already. Let's hope for a safer start as we're just about to go green again. We are about to go green. We're coming up to the line now. Green, green, green. We're going racing once again. Oh, as Tim Jordan gets a good start. Most of the cars at the start are getting through somewhat safely. This is a much better start from the drivers. A little bit of door bagging, nothing serious. It looks like everyone's got through turn 1 okay. Coming up through Maggots and Beckett's now. Savidas is under serious pressure from Oscar Pratt. Coming out the end, coming out of Church, down the hangar straight. Then you get Ethan Davies just behind. There's a couple of cars. Oh, there's a big collision. Oh no. Let's have a... Oh no, who was that? So who's involved in that? That's Kevin. That's Shane. That's Tim Jordan as well. Oh, there's some horrible damage in the front of those cars. What did I did say about caution? So I'm not quite sure what's happened there. We'll have to have a look afterwards. As all the cars, as Dobson doesn't look like he's damage free this time. Is that Audi goes for an interesting move? Seems to make it work, but he's got Smith on the outside and Furby on the inside. This is good. This is brave. As Matlack is now spun as well. I don't know if there's any damage in the car. He might have got away with not hitting anything or anyone. Don't drive backwards, Amirius. You're gonna get DSQ'd. If you keep driving backwards, you'll be DSQ'd. Oh, you got away with that. Oh, that's brave. Josh Wood and Widgeon going for it. Widgeon brake. Widgeon need to brake. Oh, that's... I don't know if that was a push to pass or not. Widgeon goes for a dive down the inside. Josh taking it nice and wide, giving him plenty of room. Plenty of room to work with. Oh, that's a... Oh no, Furby. That's... sorry, I believe that's your fault, Furby. You just drove in, you just turned into him there, by the looks of it. There's two cars already disconnected. I don't know who's disconnected. I don't even know who. I'm trying to just find. Who are the big winners from this? Savidas has lost positions. He's lost 4 positions now. He must have had a spin at the first corner, or an off moment at least. As who's going to be the big winners from this? Siran is one of the best winners. He's up 15 positions. Same as Ozdura, he's up 17 positions. Taking it nice and slow, just putting in the laps. As Richard Vickers as well, up 4 positions in the BM. Doing a great job so far in the top 10 now. Alexei up 9 positions. Darrell with a drive-through as well. I'm going to assume that's for improper start. As there's cars in the pits. Shane's in the pits. There's 2 cars gone. I think Mike is gone. Mike, have you left? Can you click I to show the interval? Thank you. I keep forgetting what that button is. Thank you for that. Cosmic Charter. Good afternoon. On Twitch. Yeah, it's a lot of cars with a lot of damage. Shane. That car looks a little bit worse for wear, as Pikiri is continuing on with the damage he's got. Marek is right behind him as well, and they have Halter for Company 2, who looks like he's struggling a little bit with that McLaren. Oh, that's incredibly dodgy from Halter there. Luckily got away with not colliding with anyone. Did you get involved in another incident, Mike? I'm assuming that's why. Oh, Ozduru got battling with Wijnen for P20. There's going to be a lot of incidents, a lot of door banging going on. Stephen Hood up 13 positions as well from the start. And there's some damage in that Jag, but he's doing a good job. Dobson doing well. Savidas is still down in P5 after losing out. as Ethan Davies is right on the tail of Oscar. Like, he's nearly pushing him around Maggots and Beckett's there. As Josh Wood has just got Pat Swishin. Oh, as Swishin gets all squirrely, loses another position to Savadas. Looks like he's going to be able to rejoin safely, though, in front of Wiesenberg and behind Savadas. Losing another position. Chatting here sent me to pits. Oh, man. Sorry about that. That's unfortunate. As Savadas is looking for a move up the inside of Josh Wood. And he gets it done. That's a great move up to P3. Is that? Hang on. Yeah, P3. Race control was bugging a little bit there. Oh, oh my god, that McLaren getting all out of sorts there. Just shows how perilous the rain is. Any one wrong moment and you're sideways. As he's really struggling at McLaren, as Josh has gone really wide there in the Porsche. As Marek is right on the tail of Lucy in the Audi. Oh, Marek's going on the outside, and that turns to the inside for the next corner. He's going to go for it here. Who's going to win out? And it looks like Marek's going to get that move done. Very nicely done. Nice move that was started at Stowe, complete it down, is that Village section, I think it's called? So was the Pens, I couldn't believe them. I mean, you always have the option at the end of the race to appeal it. Obviously I can't comment on it because I'm not in the stewards room actively looking at it, so they have a much better picture of it than we would. Sean, I'm missing the egg livery. I'm not, and the only reason for that is because Hayden made one too many egg puns in his live stream in the last season, and that has scarred me from that livery for life. Thanks for that, Hayden. But yeah, no, the Toga Academy livery is much nicer, if I do say so myself. I'm totally not biased, by the way. Like, complete not, and I don't think you would notice either. Yeah, I get that, Mike, and I'm sure it's frustrating, but yeah. I didn't see what happened either, so I can only speculate. Finley, that corner, Club, yes, Club and Village, yes, you're right, yeah, you are right, I've just completely forgotten the names. Oh, Josh Wood's in the pits, hang on, what's happened to him? Sorry, I've just been rambling for a bit, I haven't seen what's happened to him. Did he have damage? What did he do? He was stopped for 14 seconds. Do you just serve your mandatory stop and come out early? But very interesting if you have. That's a long undercut. I'll just keep an eye on that and see how that plays out. That's interesting. As Stanek is under pressure from Siran and Schmidt. As you look at that, Schmidt just gets both positions there on Stowe. With both Audis fighting, he gets both of them. Stanek trying to fend off against the other Audi of Siran. Or Siren, however you say that. I'm sorry if I'm doing it wrong. Audis battling Audis, love to see it. Let's have a little look what's happening. Up front, there's still quite the close battle for P1. Oh, what's happening with Vision? Vision's had a spin in the... Is this Village section? I think this is Village, yeah. As Finley is nicely pointed out for me. Thank you, Finley. Losing a couple of positions there. Savadas P3. In behind Pratt and Davies. P1, 2 and 3, they've actually just dropped P4 by about 7 seconds in the opening 9 minutes. Great job from the three of them. Keeping it neat, keeping it tidy. Keeping it going. And let's see. Keep switching away from race control when I probably should be looking at race control. Oh, as Marek's got past Osduru, who went wide there. The exit of Brooklands, and he's trying to fend off from Furby, but Furby looks like he might have the inside line coming up through Woodcock. He does not. Osduru gets to fend that position off. As there's a number of cars with damage, there's so many damaged McLarens. as Josh Wood now out of the pits, making a move on Hunter for P22. Now Josh has served his mandatory stop, so he doesn't have to pit anymore. So I wonder if it's a big brain move here, just coming out in a bit, maybe some, well, I'll say fresher air. He's had to overtake a car, but slightly fresher than he was as he was fighting with other cars to benefit later on. There's a yellow flag. Who's off? Who's someone's off. It's not telling me who's benned it. As Vickers is in a battle with Dobson. Dobson round the outside, goes very wide there. And that means Rich is going to retain P8. Doing a great job there. Dobson just too late on the brakes there. He does get a good exit out of that onto the straight towards Abbey. Too wide through Abbey is maybe not the bravest idea. He decides against it though. And is just going to file behind for now. But looks like he's got maybe a decent exit. He's gonna... Oh, that's very late on the brakes. Running a little bit wider than his rival at the moment. Getting a good exit out of this corner is imperative for Vickers to defend down into Brooklands. And it looks like he's done so. He's got a good enough gap at the moment. About half a second. That should be enough so that the McLaren doesn't try and make a move. And he doesn't. He's just sitting behind at the moment. Excellent job there. Great racing from the pair of them. And you have to remember, Dobson does have a 30-second penalty for being part of the reason the red flag was. Well, I think he was the main culprit of causing the red flag. So he will have to serve that as pit stop, which will hurt his race a fair bit. So it looks like Richards actually got just about a second to Dobson now. And then you've also got Jacob Burwick, who's not far behind. He's about a second behind Dobson as well there. Look, and you've got Schmidt closing in on them as well. So there's a few cars closing in for the top 10 positions now. So it's going to get spicy shortly as Wiesenberg has bouts for company for P4. And the Ferrari will a better top end than the Porsche. Well, as Wiesenberg looks to have gone very wide there as well. Through Stowe. Will he be able to use the Porsche power in the corners to try and get better exits, get more acceleration down? That will come down to being able to get there. Oh, as Bouts goes wide, that lets Wiesenberg back through for P4. This is some great racing here by these guys. This is fantastic stuff. As Schmidt is closing in under a second. As Marek is back in the top 20 now, after whatever the chaos that he was part of in lap 1. As Josh Wood is now past Lucci as well for P20, so Josh Wood making inroads back towards the front of the pack. Obviously he's quite far behind now because he took his pit stop, but he served that mandatory stop, so it will all come back to him later in the race. And he's now chasing down Marek for P19, and Marek is chasing down Furby for P18. And just ahead of him is Kevin, and both of them are in pretty damaged McLarens. Both of them trying to hold on until the pit stops. They don't want to make an extra stop unless they really have to. So, quite a few cars actually battling here. Schmidt is going to start to put the pressure on Borwick a little bit for that final 10th spot on the top 10. That Porsche really starting to put the pressure on that Audi. Less than half a second between them. As Matlack looks to have got past Furby as well. He has done. He's going to be able to hold it through Luffield, and that's given Josh Wood a clear angle attack to start going at that McLaren as well. Look at how close he is on the exit of Luffield. The front end damage on that McLaren must... Oh! Furby, that didn't look great. And he's going to try... Is he going to try and hold it too wide here? He's not. He's going to just... Josh Wood is going to get past. Thankfully, there wasn't anything more than that. It was just a little bit of door banging as Wijnan's in the pits now. Looking to potentially also fix the damage to the front of his McLaren. Stephen Hood up into P14 has gained 15 positions now in the Jag. Trying to I was going to say a boat, but a boat would be helpful in this race. I don't think the Jaguar is going to be very good in this. A few penalties have come through. Yeah, this is going to be fun to... 15-second penalty for car 22 for causing a collision with car 55. 15-second penalty for car 66 for causing a collision with car 33. 5-second penalty for car 44 for causing a collision with car 603. 10-second penalty for 27 causing a collision with car 44. 10-second penalty for car 91. That's a push to pass on car 64 in lap 4. And 10-second penalty for car 44 for causing a collision with car 343 in lap 5. That's all the penalties so far, but I imagine there'll be more on the way. As the flooding rain is coming soon, it's, as you can see by the top right hand section of my screen, less than 10 minutes until the heavier rain's coming, and in 30 minutes it's heavy rain plus, which just means it's more intensity on the heavy rain. So it's going to get very, very, very bad out there. The standing water is going to get worse. The aquaplane is going to get much worse. The caution level you have to take when you're driving is going to go up tenfold. I'll give you an example of this. In this the CRF guys held the Spa 24 a few weeks ago, and there was heavy rain. It wasn't quite flooded territory, but at the top of Eau Rouge there was a big bit of standing water. I hit it too hard and put me in the wall. It just threw me at the wall. So standing water is brutal. As Berwick is in for a pit stop, there doesn't look like there's any damage on that car, so he's just going in for an early stop, getting it out of the way, potentially coming out in a bit more free air. I think he was stuck behind Smith, or he was, or Dawson I think it was, I can't remember now. Oh, he's already served it, so he must have just been topping up on his fuel. How long was he stopped for? 11 seconds, yeah, he just put more fuel in the car. So he is not taking tyres, which in the rain's a brave choice, I must say. But, you know, if he makes it work, he makes it work. As Stephen Hood is now really putting the pressure on the Audi of Siren for P12. Stephen Hood really making that Jag work for him tonight. I have no idea how you're managing this. He must just be, he must just have the most delicate touch in that car. Hey, I'm assuming that's you, Hayden. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate that. This is great fun. I'm really enjoying this race. It's absolute carnage, and I love it. Yeah, even though the temperatures are in the 20s, which is for England, that's very rare, as anyone who's from England would know. Right enough, well, today was quite warm. Speaking of warm, I need to turn my fan on because it is roasting. If anyone in the comments, if my fan is interrupting my voice, let me know. Oh, is that you, Mike, with the slippers comment? It might be. Yeah, I've just turned my fan on in the background, so if it's interrupting my voice, let me know and I can move it further away or turn it slightly down. Hopefully it won't interrupt me too much. Now, let's see, what have I missed? The P14 battle is heating up. Camuso has got Josh Wood and Kevin Bakiri and Marek Matlack all really putting the pressure on now. Oh, as Bakiri and Wood are fighting side by side at the moment. As Camuso's coming to the pits, that's a very damaged BM. That's going to release Wood and Bakiri, and they're both really on it here, fighting each other. Oh, Marek getting a little bit slippery on corner exit there. But if you Porsche versus McLaren here currently. Anyone who knows me will know what I want to win, which is the Porsche, obviously. But then also the other cars are the Toga Academy cars, so I'm a bit of a bind here. Can't both win. If both of these can win out on each other, that'd be great. As Furby comes into the pits as well, as Camuso just trying to get obviously get the damage fixed. Oh, not fixing damage. Interesting choice. Mustn't be too bad then. I would assume you would fix the damage, especially in the wet weather. As Stephen Hood is, he's getting ever closer to that Audi. Audi having to go defensive there to try and hold off the Jag of Stephen Hood. Never, whenever I started commentating here, that thought I would see a Jag in a wet weather race at Silverstone. How British can you get? I can't hear the fans, so don't worry, all good. Nah, it's just if it was too loud, I'd move it slightly further away, just if it was interrupting. But it's not, so it's all good. As Furby's still in the pits, so I'm assuming he's fixing damage. He must be. And there must be a lot of damage in that car. He was stopped for 54 seconds. Yeah, fixed the damage, you can see. The great work the mechanics are doing there in the garage, getting that car, the panel straightened out. Working some sort of magic, I have no idea how.
Subscribed to the channel.
As Pratt just cannot shake. Oh, Savilas has got past Ethan Davies again, by the way. I didn't even notice that. There's that much happening, I can't keep up. Ethan Davies is in P3 currently. As Smith has got past Dobson as well for P9. Dobson losing out on that. He was fighting Richard Vickers for P8 a few laps ago. Has now been relegated to the last spot in the top 10. There's a little bit of damage inside of that Porsche from a bit of door banging at some point. Let's hang on a minute. Savilas just took the lead from Oscar Pratt down through Stowe. I'm assuming Oscar got all sorts of wide through that corner there. Stephen Hood, what has happened is Stephen Hood is into the pits. I thought he had crashed. He has not crashed, thank God. Steve Hood in the pits. That's Josh Willie's back into P13 already. He is 52 seconds off the lead. And most people are serving about a 45 to 50 second pit stop, depending on if you're taking tires or not. Osduru's in the pits as well. And as the top three have dropped P4, who's Wiesenberg, by nearly 15 seconds already. 14.5 second gap to Davies in P3. And there's and the top three are barely separated by a second and a half. And in the wet weather, that's pretty awesome. As Stream Elms just said, thanks for subscribing, Mark Rutledge. Very much appreciate it. We love to see it, as always. 1337 PS. I have no idea who that is. Little thank you for helping us the other day. Not sure what you mean by that. Maybe it's... Oh, Sebby, yes. Hello, Sebby. Sorry, I wasn't sure whose using that was. Welcome in, I hope you're enjoying the stream. We're more than happy to help. As you found out, it was a great race in the end, so we got it all done. Lovely stuff. Let me just see what is happening. So yeah. Oh, again, too much happening. Oscar Pratt's been relegated to P3 now. That's released Ethan from CRF, so Sebby will be watching closely, I'm sure. Back into P2, he's overtaken the back marker of Osduru, who was in the pits just a lap or two ago. So there's less than a second gap between Ethan and P1. There is a couple of bike markers in the way, but they will surely be dispatched very quickly. As Burwick now trying to make up places, he's nearly side by side with Hunter. Goes for a switchback, makes it work. Beautiful move there. Lovely stuff from the Audi driver. I watch it very closely. Yeah, I'm sure it's quite carnage, this race, but it's really fun to watch. At least you don't have to steward this one or keep an eye on it. We've got that covered. Let me see. Right, what am I going to have missed now? Lucius in the pits. Osduru is right behind Wisner for P24. Coming out of village section, I think. I'm bad with some of the corner names. I know some of them, but some of them are the ones I just cannot get. Thing is, these two are fighting for position, but they also have P3 behind them, who will be giving them blue flags. And as you see, Osduru just letting him through there. As you will know, we run GT3 blue flags here. So when you're blue flagged, you're not obligated to go out of the way immediately, not like an F1, but you are advised to let the faster driver pass at the next available opportunity. and to not hold up the race as much. Cheering for Josh, Ethan, and Gabriel, obviously. Yeah, they're all running great races so far, so it's going to be interesting to see where they come out. They did well last week at Paul Ricard, so I've no doubt they'll do the same here. And by the way, I'm chatting with Sebi on Twitch, if anyone on YouTube is wondering who I'm chatting to. As Furby's got past Lucy, and he's just come out of the pits, so that makes sense. As Cyran has lost out to Josh Wood and Matt Lack now, so Josh Wood, he's in P12, but he served his pit stop, so there's so many cars in front of him that are going to pit, so he's going to gain a ton of free positions, and he's also going to be side by side with Stanek. Maybe not quite coming in turn one, he's just going to file in just behind him. Maybe the smarter decision in this weather, as the heavier rain is going to be coming down now. If you look at the weather at the top, and you'll probably see in the next few minutes more standing water will appear, so pushing the car hard will become increasingly more difficult. As you look at that, though, Josh is getting all squarely through Maggins and Beckett's. He clearly has a pace advantage on the Audi there, just can't get past at this moment in time. Needs a good exit out of Chapel here if he wants a good run down the Hanger Straight. I think these two cars have a very similar top end. I honestly don't know that. Josh not really after getting punted earlier, and Ethan doesn't really seem to keep it that well on track. Ethan's P2, he's doing a great job. He's only a couple of seconds off the lead, I think. Yeah, he's only a couple of seconds off the lead. And Josh, he pitted early, so I'm assuming if he got hit, he was just fixing damage as well. And he's doing a great job at recovering at the moment. He's just really there. Looks like there's the mistake from the Audi. It's going to let Josh through. There we go. He just files in front now. As Bakiri has now got past Cyran as well. So these three cars of Josh Wood, Mario Manlek, and Kim Bakiri are really pushing through the field at the moment, which is great to see. But I have insider info. Well, yeah. To be fair, there's a lot of stuff I'm probably missing because there's so much happening as well. So there's probably stuff. I see a couple of drive-throughs that come through. Alexi and Wijnin have got drive-throughs. I'm just checking that's penalty outcomes hasn't got anything for that, so I would assume that's for track limits, which is much easier to break track limits on a wet track, as you will well know. As Alexi's in the pits, I assume that's to serve as drive-through. Bouts from P6 is in the pits as well. I'm really trying to keep up with everything going on. This is hard. This is tough. As Lucci's back in the pits again. What's happening there? He stopped for a minute and a half. I wonder, are they having hardware issues or something? Because there's no damage in that car from what I can tell. As Kevin's now in the pits as well, probably going to fix the damage in that McLaren, I would imagine. As the front end does look a little bit rough. As where is Mr. Hood? Is in P21. Again, he served his pit stop, so he will get a bunch of positions back when one's in front of him pit. And potentially will have got a better drive after taking that pit stop too. We love to see. Smith looks like he's got past Vickers. I wonder, was there that back marker not rejoining in the best position there. As it looks like Richard doesn't want to hold this up. They're going to go, I think he's just going to back off a little bit, letting Smith through. Must have maybe had a little bit of a mistake through club. In these conditions, very easy to make a mistake. So it's just going to happen. Yeah, looks like Gabriel's just going to be able to hold that off for now. But I think Richard's not going to let it go easy. He's going to try and fight back. I think he's maybe just worried the back marker behind him. But they're both through. Getting a little bit squirrely in the exit of that corner there. Not surprising. As you can tell, the track is getting wetter. And yeah, it's definitely getting wetter. I'm starting to see a bit more standing water stuff. Richard just not able to get the car slowed down in time. I think you will be realizing the track is much wetter, so the cars are going to struggle again. They're going to wet now after 30 minutes of being used to. As Ethan's had a spin. Oh no. but he's able to recover that quite. Looks like there's no damage, so he hasn't hit anything, which is good, and he's able to rejoin safely back on track. Yeah, these drivers have been now used to the conditions that were there, but they're now getting worse. So it's going to be a new area of uncomfortableness. Didn't I tell you, Kay? Yeah, to be fair, these conditions are rough. So I wouldn't blame anyone for spinning at this point. As Marek's in the pits, Richard's in the pits, we've just passed the halfway mark of the race, and the weather's only going to keep getting worse according to the weather timer at the top, the weather forecast. Sorry. As now most cars will be coming in around this point who haven't yet. So the top 7 haven't pitted yet, and then there's a few cars behind that. As obviously Dobson, Stanek, and Alexei had to pit with penalties as well, so that's going to hurt their race even more. As Alexei is 0.8 behind Stanek. Another Audi v Audi battle is about to happen, by the looks of it. As Vickers looks like he's coming back out in P14 currently, but there's a lot of people to pit still, so still going to climb those positions fairly quickly again. And there's Borrowing back onto P15 as well, as Josh Wood's in P8 again. He was in the top 5 at the start of the race, and he probably will get top 5 after everyone pits again. So recovering nicely, and he's gonna get back in a good position where he was at the beginning of the race. As Camuso has Matt Lifer Company, Mark has just come out of the pits. Willow's slightly colder tires, especially in this weather, is going to be brutal, but he's gonna hold off Camuso for P17. And you're going to see every car is just going to look like Formula Drift out there, where everyone's going to be sideways on corner exit. As Alexei is really going wide there, somehow keeping that car on track. At least he's going to go for the outside here. I don't know if he's quite side by side, really. Is he going to go for a switchback here? In these conditions, that's a brave idea. Looks like he's going to be braking a little bit late there. He's going to have to just file in behind 4 now. Who else is having fun out on track? Furby has Brandon Fuller for company. About half a second back. Brandon, your livery's not showing for me. I don't know if it's not on Awesome Sim or Awesome Sim's just being annoying and not syncing it properly. Let me see. Smith has Dobson for company. About half a second back as well. It's going to be interesting to see. Both these cars need to pit, and Dobson's a 30-second penalty, so I don't think Smith is too worried as he goes wide. It's still a little bit there. I'm commentating cursing all your cars, Sebby. Sorry to tell you. Every time, just switching to them when something's happened. I'll try not to, but no promises. Race control. As it looks like Alexei's got past Stanek through Stowe there. He's going to be able to hold it through Club. Lovely stuff. To be fair, I'm not even really looking at lap times because they're going to be all over the place. Fast lap times are 2:14 currently. The best of the race is a 2:11, which is very impressive. Leader is in the pits. Savidas is in. I'm assuming a lot of these cars are going to like splash and dash at the end type business, which I wouldn't be surprised. Because you do not have to take tires, although in this weather I would recommend it anyway. Whether that's the right decision or not, that's on a driver per driver basis, really. If you can hold out on tires, then on like the same tires, then you go for it. As you can tell, he does a 7-second stop, so that's just topping up on fuel. And he's back out again. Where's he coming back out? He's coming back out in P4, P5, as that's Widgeon and going up to P5 now. Just in front of him, sneaking. As you look at how perilous that is out there. The car's just like sliding and moving all around them. Immediately going wide. Oh, that's a car that's off. Who's that? That's Lucy is off. Must be struggling with that Audi in these conditions. And I wouldn't blame any car for struggling in these conditions because it looks horrible out there. Sweet moo. Well, we'll see. This is definitely gonna be a big learning experience for all these cars. 5-second penalty for car 23, defending under blue flags against 999. That is our current leader, Oscar Pratt. So, penalty for that, for car 23. And that's really it. I'm surprised that's all the penalties that come through. There was a lot of stuff at the start of the lap, but there you go. Stewart's maybe having an easier time than we predicted. As Dobson, oh, he's getting a move done on Smith through his club. Well, that's a great move. Able to hold it through that set of corners onto... Is this Hamilton Straight? Hamilton Straight, yeah, this isn't it. If it's not, Finley will tell me. I'm sure. Savidas he's fallen a couple of tenths behind, which then as Matlak's back in the pits again. Oh, he's got a drive through for track limits, I'm assuming. That will have hampered his progress a little, but he still seems to be very quick out there, so we'll be looking to claw some of that back. Stephen Hood is currently in P16. He is the last car on the lead lap with the leader. So you'll see in the background in about a second, there's the leader right there, is about to lap him, but the leader still needs to pit. So, or our current leader still needs to pit because we don't know what's going to happen. Wiesenberg is in the pits, drive-through as well, so there's got quite a few drive-throughs happening here. Stephen Hood and Camuso are going side by side. It seems to be a popular overtaking spot here. As the Jaguar's going to get it done. Well done from Stephen Hood. Oh, Dobson's had a massive crash. What's happened to you? But he's in the pits now, and that looks like... Is that Lucy coming back into the pits again? I think Lucy's... It's not your day today, I'm afraid. Unfortunately. As that's Dobson's going to be in the pits for a while, because he has 30 seconds to serve as well. Oh, his Wisden's gone off. It's gone off a club, and that's probably going to let... Yep, there you go. That's going to let Savidas through for P3. Oh, Savidas making moves back up. So once Ethan and Oscar pit, that's going to put Savidas back in the lead because the gap's 30 seconds. I think even if you take like the shortest pit stop, it's going to cost you at least 35 seconds. So, you know, I think, and he's about 31 seconds to the lead, so he's probably going to take the lead, inherit the lead when all is said and done. Unless one of the cars can answer against that, as we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the top 10 still need to pit. 2 of them with penalties, so this is going to give a lot of people behind positions big benefactors of that. Josh Wood's going to benefit from that. Bout's going to benefit from that. Vickers is going to benefit from that. Burrowick as well. Stephen Hood. They're going to make big gains into the top 10, potentially. It's very, very good. Love to see it. This has been quite the race. I'm sure it's been quite an education for the drivers as well. Driving in the rain, always fun. Very heavy rain as well. You can sort of see that the track is getting wetter. There's more standing water out there. You can sort of see more of it on the track. So it's going to be extra slippery for the cars. As there's a CRF battle going on here, Sebi, hold on to your seat, Chief. As Josh and Schmidt are going at it. I wonder will there be team orders here? This is a good question. As Alexi's in the pits, oh, Schmidt getting all sort of sideways out of that corner, letting Wood through. I don't know if that was team orders there, but looked like the Porsche got a little bit sideways as well. So that's Wood up in the P6. Bearing in mind there's 2 cars ahead of him that need to pit as well, so he is currently net P4 right now. Potentially, yeah, about net P4. I'm not sure if he's going to be any higher than that. No team orders, team play. Fair enough. Good respect from the team then. Love to see it. Alexi's coming out of the pits now. He's down in behind Darrell. Is he going to be behind Berwick? Not quite. That's Alexi down in P12 now, after serving his penalty. No, all the cars are starting to spread out quite a bit, which is not unexpected, as the rain will cause carnage everywhere. We have about 20 minutes left, and it's going to get to heavy plus short sometime in the next 10 minutes. Not sure when that's going to be. As Camuso has Osduro for company. So will that Aston Martin get past the BM? The BM's got some damage on it, and now he's served his mandatory stop already. So Osduro needs to apply the pressure to try and get that mistake out there. As there's Ethan Davies in P2. He's gonna. Is he close enough to blue flag them? I think he might be. These camera angles don't let me see marshals very easily to know. I don't think he's quite close enough for blue flags, but he's not far off it if he isn't. So he'll be looking to get past very shortly. But these two also have to try and do that without losing too much time themselves. And while not holding up, obviously, a car trying to lap them. So, always a fun predicament to be in. But hopefully these guys will make it work. As Camosa goes defensive and Osduro goes on the attack. But he's going to file in behind once again. Oh, he's not. He's going side by side. Oh, this is brave through Abbey. Heading into the village section, as Finley called it. Yeah, he did. As that's a brilliant move by Osduro. Oh, it's the 777 car. Oh, that was a bit close for comfort, I would think. I'm sure Ethan didn't like that. That was a bit close for comfort there. As Osduro Ethan has given him a flash to tell him that he's been blue flagged. And he needs to get out of the way at the next earliest convenience, and he just goes wide, lets the CRF car through. Nicely done. As Bakiri's got past Camuso, he's went wide, gone off track. It's another position lost for the BM. Let's have a look. Wijnen has Wiesenberg for company. Less than a second now, so it's going to be see if that Porsche can do anything about that BM. We've got 3 Porsches at the top 10. I am quite enjoying this. Love to see the best car in the game being represented in the top 10, you know. And I'm sure a few of the Toga guys would disagree with me, but you know, my opinion matters. I'm the one commentating. My opinion matters most. As Modestus in the BM in P18 has Marek for company for that position. The BM has some damage on it though, so I'm not sure if that is hampering his progress a little bit. As Marek is the last lap he was about 2 seconds faster. The rain maybe been very difficult for him, especially with damage. Just exponentially makes it more difficult. As we are having a look, Schmidt's in the pits. That rhymed a little bit. Looks like he's fixed the damage on his Porsche. Pit stop done and out again. Where's he going to come out? I think he might come out behind Vickers for P10. Maybe not. I think Vickers is slightly too far back still. I think he's going to come out P9. Yeah, looks to be about right. Yeah, he's pit limiter off now, so. Coming out P9, good stop. But Vickers is 5 seconds back. bearing in mind Stanek and P7 is to pit with a 15-second penalty, so I imagine that will take him below the top 10. Sorry, just having a look. A couple of incidents. 30-second penalty for car 17. I'm not sure who car 17 is. For not holding brakes and causing a collision with car 973 on lap 17. Car number 5. No, 5-second penalty for car number 1. Dive bomb and forcing number 21 off track. Lap 17. And a warning for 777 to leave racing room as well, I've noticed. And a warning for number 58 to watch space. So I'm assuming that's for leaving room for cars lapping them and so on. Maybe wrong, but that's how I interpret that one. Stephen Hood up in P14. As I see, Dobson has a drive-through as well down in P23. Stephen Hood at P14. Something's happened to Ozduru. Oh, he's had a spin at Stowe. And he's left a position for Kevin Bakiri up into P15. Which we love to see as Shane's in the pits. As that rain's definitely heavier than it was. One moment, I keep losing my bearings of what I need open. Oh, Wiesenberg's got past Wingen. How'd that happen? There's a little bit of damage to the front of that BM, so I wonder what's actually happened there. I think that was almost immediate, which is why I didn't catch it. There's still a few cars not pitted. Ethan, who is currently in the lead, needs to pit. Wijnen in P4 needs to pit, or P5 needs to pit. Wiesenberg in P4 needs to pit. Stanek in P7, Darrell in P11. I think that's everyone. That's it. That's all who need to pit. I'm assuming they're going for the splash and dash approach of fulfill your mandatory fuel stop by putting in a few liters and nothing more. Which is totally legal. There's no tire requirement for this race. So you know, you can get away with one set of tires. In this weather, the one set of tires is difficult. As if we have a look, Oscar Pratt in P2, Savidas is closing in. He is about 1.2 seconds behind now. So we're going to see that, and we also have a battle. Alexei is putting pressure on Darrell for P11 as Wijnen's in the pits now. Yeah, Darrell holding off Alexei for now. But will that Audi be able to get past is the question. There's 12 minutes to go in this race. 20% of the time left. And the weather still hasn't gone to heavy plus. I think the drivers are happy about that. And I think it goes to heavy plus, it gets very sketchy out there. It's sketchy enough as it is, I think. I'm sure these drivers would love it to just dry up. Or at least be less intensive. As Wijnen comes out P7 just behind Stanek. Now let me see. Oh, Darrell's had an off moment in Brooklands at the exit of Brooklands, and that's going to let Alexei past. Camuso has got past Modestus for P17. We've still got 28 drivers going. That's really good. Oh no, Wijnen's got a stop go 30 for speeding in the pit lane. That would have to be what that's for. That's going to hurt his race significantly. As Josh Wood is really putting on the pressure now. He's right behind Wiesenberg. Porsche versus Porsche. Who's going to win this one? And they're both going to hold fire for the moment into Brooklyn's. Oh, as Wiesenberg goes a little bit wide. Josh Wood is going to go and have a little sniffer on the outside. Looks to sort of back off a little bit. As you can see him fighting the wheel of that Porsche on exit as Wiesenberg is coming into the pits to serve his mandatory stop. That promotes Josh to P4. Now this is where things get interesting. I'm just looking at the timings to the leader. Josh is 39 seconds behind Ethan in the lead. Now, even if Ethan comes into the pits and takes 5 litres of fuel, his pit stop's probably going to be about 35 seconds. So this is going to get spicy between the CRF boys, potentially. As Marek and Stephen Hood are making good progress up into P13 and 14 and 13 respectively. Quite the gap forming between most of the cars now, because I think just the rain is starting to do that, because everyone's going slower. The gaps are going to form. But it's all doing great. And while we're doing that, as Wisden's in the pits, the service stop, go 30. One thing I'm going to mention, obviously here at Toga, we have memberships here at Toga. So on the Discord, you can purchase a membership. Basically, there's 4 tiers: there's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum for a couple of quid a month. It gives you a bunch of different perks, like reserving your car number for all championships. You know, you can get early bird access to events, you can get multipliers on giveaways, you can even get free entry to events as well, and you get a nice cool badge next to your name in the Discord, and there's a whole number of different things as well. So if you're in Discord and you want to help us out, covering server costs and whatnot, that's what we use that for, really. It would be great to, you know, help us out, keep the servers running. Helps out a little bit. But yeah, that's the nightly plug of the Discord payments, like membership plans. So feel free to if you wish. But yeah, there we go. Just remember to do that before Matt comes after me for not doing it. But yeah, Stephen Hood has Vision for company about a second behind after coming out from serving his stop go 30. As Kevin is coming out of the pit lane. Did you have a drive-through, Kevin? I think you might have done. As who is still left to pit? I think there's 2 cars that need to pit. One is Stanek. One is Ethan Davies, our current leader. Although he is pulling more time to Josh in P4, he's about 40 seconds ahead now, almost ticking into 41. So it's gonna get interesting once Ethan pits here, how this all pans out. Because from what I can tell in the timings, Pratt and Savadas will inherit P1 and 2 respectively, and I believe Ethan will go down to P3. But it's whether he keeps P3 from the Porsche of Josh is going to be the interesting thing. And Stanek, obviously, he has a 15-second penalty, so you have to add another 15 seconds to his pit stop. It's gonna cost him a lot of time. It's probably going to demote him out. It might demote him out of the top 10 even. And there's 6 minutes to go. There's 3, maybe. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. 1 moment. There is 3 laps. There's going to be 3 laps left in this race. Where is Ethan on track? He's just started a lap, so 3 laps to go, and both these cars have to pit. So this looks like it's going to be a last lap sort of deal here from both cars if they haven't done it already. As the number 778 has Smite Smith, sorry, oh my god, I'm butchering names, in the Porsche for company. Smith starting to apply some pressure here in the closing moments of the race. Could be interesting. The Porsche seems to be in rapid here in the wet at Silverstone. And just where Smith can find an opening, as he's just going to hold fire behind for the moment. Looks to be getting a better run through the corners. And yeah, as Boyce maybe got a bit too much wheel spin on the exit there. Nearly let Smith through, but he's just going to be able to hold on for the second. Smith's really applying the he's gonna let him think he's gonna go for the move, and he's just gonna fire back in behind. This is some great racing from all of them. And if you also Stanek is coming into the pits, I believe he slowed down there. Yep, that Audi is coming in, so that promotes Bouts and Smith to 6th and 7th respectively. And we'll see where that Ferrari comes out, as he's going to lose another place to Vickers as well. That's going to promote to P8 in these closing moments, as Ethan he's not far from crossing the line now. So will he pit this lap or will he pit next lap? He has to pit in one of these two laps. He's going to pit now by the looks of it. He's coming in for the splash and dash. We're going to have to keep an eye on this, see where he comes out. Just make sure you hit your marks on the pit end rate. Otherwise, no, I'm not going to say it because I will curse him if I do. I'm not going to say it because I did it to hit him once and it doesn't go well. And you see that Stanek coming out of the pit. He's not even out of the pits yet, and he's down in 12th. He's down in 13th, 14th. He's lost out to Matlack as well. He's lost quite a few positions here. As Stephen Hood is in the top 10 in that Jag. That was quite the feat if he can hold that. As there's Davies coming out of the pits in P3. Oh, I underestimated this quite a bit. He was only stopped for 5 seconds. He only lost 30 seconds, so he's 1.7 seconds behind Savidas. But I miscalculated this. He's still in the hunt for P2 here. Ethan was stopped for all of 5 seconds, which was literally, I think, probably the slowest time you can be stopped for. Just a little smidge of fuel and back out again. Oh, as Bounce and Spit nearly come together there. The Porsche clearly having the edge in the corners. Not surprisingly, it does all the time. But clearly Schmidt not enjoying that Ferrari in the corners as much. Or not Schmidt, sorry, Bouts. As Schmidt is just holding fire, waiting for that moment to strike. Obviously not wanting to go for any risky moves in these conditions. As going for a move in these conditions is, the risk is amplified tenfold. So it's also, I forgot, Savidas is a 5-second penalty. Ethan is actually in P2 currently, as it stands. Oh my god, I'm missing everything tonight apparently. Yeah, Ethan's currently in P2 after the penalties applied at the end of the race. So all Ethan needs to do is keep Savidas less than 5 seconds ahead, and he will inherit that position. As Smith has fallen out of the 1 second gap, but Matlack is currently right behind Berwick for P12, dealing with a couple of bite markers there, as it looks like the leader is also right behind Matlack. He will be blue flagged coming up. This is the last lap starting now. There's the little voice notification to tell you as such. This is the last lap of the race, and it looks like, as it stands, Oscar looks like he's gonna take the lead here. Oh, who's off there? Berwick's round? Oh no, that's gonna give Matlack P12. That Audi looks like it's in bad shape. That Stanek's gonna inherit the next position as well. He's bleeding positions. He needs to get out before Camoso comes around. He's done so. He's up into P15. As Oscar he's right behind Matlack. Matlack will need to let him go on this. I think he's close enough to be blue flagged at this point. So I wonder, is Matlack going to let him through. He should do, assuming he's blue flagged, of course. Smith's back under a second. So they will be having to do one more lap, as obviously the leader's still out there. So Smith needs to find something in the last lap in a couple of corners. CRF guys doing a great job out here at the moment. P2, P4, P. Oh, that bite marker! Oh, did he hit Smith there? I'm not sure, but that did cost him a few tenths. As Matlack's got a run on Wisden now. Wisden looks like he's going very slow. As Matlack's going to dive up the inside, maybe. Not quite enough, but Wisden goes very, very, very deep there. He's going to forfeit that position to Matlack. Oh, and that's the leader there. You don't want to be doing that. The leader's like, I think the leader has 4 seconds to P2, but even still, you're holding up the leader for no reason. He's going to get out of the way by the looks of it. Or is he? Is he defending? No, he's not. He's letting the leader go through. Nicely done. As that is your leader, Oscar Pratt, who is coming around Luffield for the last time. Oh, he did get hit. Oh, no. I'm sure that was a very PG moment. As you see, Oscar Pratt's coming around Woodcock for the last time. Lights flashing. He takes the victory at Silverstone. Great race from him. Savidas comes home P2, but with that 5 seconds, looks like he's going to be relegated to P3 as Ethan Davies comes home 2.7 seconds behind. And with that 5 seconds, I believe Ethan will be promoted to P2. Josh Wood's going to come home and take P4. By the looks of it, Wiesenberg is 40 seconds back, but he looks like he's going to inherit P5. Oh, Smith is under very big, he's putting it. Oh, Boyce gets very sideways. Smith looks like he has to actually avoid a crash there. It looks like Boyce is really struggling with these conditions at the very end of the race. You can see the amount of standing water on the track now as it's just been raining. Oh, Smith comes out of the corner side by side. There may have been contact there, I'm not sure. But it looks like Smith's going to get that move done at the very last second of the race. Josh Wood giving us a nice little spin there after finishing P4. Wiesenberg is going to cross the line in a second, P5. Smith looks like he's going to inherit P6 at the very end of the race in a very late move, which we love to see. As Wiesenberg crosses the line, P5, Smith is coming around Luffield. It looks like Boutz can't do anything about this. And Smith's going to take P6. And Boutz is going to be right behind him in P7. And Boutz just immediately crashes. Great. Looks like Richard Vickers is going to inherit P8 for the Toga Academy boys. What a race from him. Very clean, very good racing. Alexei is next. He's in P9. As all the back markers have already crossed the line already. Alexei looks like he's going to be P9 here. And the top 10 position is on still. Stephen Hood is under pressure from Matlack. Can Matlack do anything in the last corner? As Alexei's coming around, Woodcock will take P9 here. But who's going to come out on top? Stephen Hood or Marek Matlack for that final position in the top 10? It looks like the Jaguar British Power will take home P10. Matlack right behind him in P11. Great racing from everyone there. Lovely job. And the last car across the line, Ciaran in P24. Well done, everyone. Great race. Lot of carnage. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys certainly enjoyed it. I know I did. CRF, P2, P4, and P6. Yeah, great outing for the CRF guys. Lovely stuff from everyone. The start was carnage and there were some hairy moments, but overall, that was really fun. I was so much fun to watch. Great job, everyone. I know those conditions were brutal, and y'all did a great job. For anyone who wants, we will run a couple of interviews if anyone wants to come and any of the drivers want to come and have a chat. Hopefully not everyone, but yeah, we'll have a couple of people in if they want to join. If you want to do that, just make sure you join the interview waiting room in the comms box section of the Discord, and we can have a chat. But yeah, absolutely brilliant race. We love to see it. Oh my, Steve, you did a cracking job. I was convinced Hayden and Toga guys were gonna make it run dry. Well, I think we did quite the opposite. To be fair, whenever you set the rain, it you don't get to set exactly what it is. You sort of get to set a range of what it can be, and then it's up to the Kunos gods from there to see what happens. Yeah, but here, top 10 in the Jag, brilliant job, in my opinion. Oh, we've got one. Come on in, Emirius, welcome in.
Hello, hello, hello. Like usual, post-race chat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that was chaos. That was great fun.
Oh my god, I never had so many overtakes like in this race.
Yeah, you had some issues at the start, didn't you?
I
In
did a
both
mistake.
starts.
I get the snap in the lap one, so
Ah, yeah. Well, the conditions are brutal, so there's
yeah.
nobody's gonna hold it against you.
It was funny race, really funny race. I know that. Okay, I have the weaknesses right now. Yeah, tricky conditions, but everybody have the tricky conditions. But it was really enjoyable to drive there.
Yeah, like
Almost top 10, almost top 10. One less mistake, I can
yeah,
probably fighting even top 5. I had the pace definitely, but
yeah.
I got screwed by the issue in the first lap. I got screwed with the drive-through, so
Oh
yeah.
yeah. You had the pace. I could see that. Is yeah, just the rain makes it infinitely harder to keep
Yeah,
the car on track.
I got like 3 warnings in 2 laps, so but I do not understand those because I really lifted. I really got like 2 seconds delta minus and a little bit delta plus, but
Yeah,
we,
that's kudos
I,
for
st-
you.
I still got penalty. I really do not understand.
That's
First
kun.
time what I avoided, I really got 5 second delta, and
Yeah,
I got drive through.
that is the kudos. That's kudos for you in the rain. Even if you left off, sometimes it will just give you it anyway.
But
Noticed that before.
yes, but I really do not understand because really delta time with comparison with my times was plus 5 second where I gained the time.
Yeah.
Really do not know.
That's just kudos coding for you, I think. Because I know it's quite a common thing where it just the rain, the track limits are even more wacky than they already
Yeah,
are. But no, that was
but
great. That was great entertainment to watch from my end anyway, and you did good to recover the P11.
that was great entertainment. Also driving that conditions. I need to get a really big shout out for every Rockies which is in the Rocky category because the gap which was there basically was not existent on this in this condition.
Yeah,
And even if I finish P11, I'm P5 in the category. So that's brutal for 5 faster
yeah,
Rockies. Then
yeah, yeah.
so
Well,
really good.
yeah. With those conditions, sort of, it's not necessarily. Well, it's still about skill, but it's the rain ma- makes that gap of skill between drivers less apparent.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But it
no,
was really enjoyable, and I hope that there will be much more conditions like this. I think that next week we have the Hungaroring, and there is the forecast for mixed conditions. That will be
uh,
even bigger fun.
yeah, that mixed conditions is going to be interesting because it's going to be dry or wet or both.
Yeah,
So that's going to be
that
even
will
more just as sketchy.
that will be funny. Maybe good to practice the laps in wet and in dry too.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was good fun to watch, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you had fun.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. Thank you,
Hungaroring will
Barry.
be.
Yeah. Thank you, Barry. Thank you for your commentatory. You're doing absolutely awesome job.
Thank you very much.
So yeah,
I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'll let you go. I hope you're ready for a Hungaroring next week. That's going to be fun.
you know what I have on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I know you have Valencia on Saturday. Don't worry. But after that, that you can practice
After
for
that,
Hungaroring.
definitely. Okay, so have a nice evening. Have a nice.
Yeah, you too, man. Catch you later.
Bye bye.
Alrighty, cool. We have one more. We have Richard Vickers. Come on in. Hello. Oh, I don't know if your mic's working or if you're talking or not.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Right. Yeah. How you doing? You right?
Oh yeah, dude, that was amazing to watch.
It was fantastic, wasn't it?
That was brilliant race. Here, you did a great job. P8 overall.
Yeah.
I could.
Started at P15, and I was just desperately trying to make it a clean race. I just wanted to avoid any accidents, and the first couple of corners was just terrifying. You can't see anything out there, and the car is not doing what you want it to do.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to watching the whole stream back now. But I just, I think well done to the people who finished above me. I don't know how they managed to do it. They did a cracking job. But yeah, I think also I want to say like well done to probably all the drivers because from what I saw, I didn't see any real unsafe rejoins on the race. I haven't seen streams. I don't know what has actually happened. I can see a few
Uh,
penalties flying up, but
other
when
than
I was going round, there was quite good behaviour sort of thing. It's good.
yeah, other than the starts, which were something. they, they, they were something. Other than the starts, it was actually very clean. I was quite surprised.
Yeah,
I just,
I do miss the cream egg livery. I don't know about everybody else.
I think I said it on stream. I don't because of Hayden's horrible puns. I think they scarred me off your livery. The livery itself is great. The puns,
Yeah,
not so much.
not so much. But again, like anybody who's kind of watching this stream, these guys at Toga Motorsport, they go through a lot of hard work to make these races happen. I'm very grateful for it, and if you're enjoying these races and want to support us, even just liking this video would really make a huge difference to these guys and keep us all racing. So, I know you guys don't often like to plug it. I'm going to plug it for you. That's a
Yeah,
Toga Academy sponsor sort of thing. But
yeah.
yeah, no, honestly, it's fantastic race, and it was great to see it in such terrible conditions. It made it a lot more exciting, I think. So
It was a great race. Thank you very much for the comments. That's very nice of you. Greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying
yeah,
it.
great. On to the next week, right? It's going to be
Yeah,
even more exciting.
Hungaroring in mixed conditions is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's going to be from dry to wet, not from wet
It's
to dry. But
yeah, it's going to
it,
be. I think it's like mixed conditions is like light rain slash damp track slash semi dry track. It's
yeah,
a
so
mixture of all of those, so that'll be interesting for sure.
everybody's got to tune in next week to watch that. It'd be
Yeah, that
worth it.
that might be even more carnage than this, and that's
I'm just glad it's not a spa because that would be awful.
Spa in the rain is brutal, and I very much know that. But
But
no, awesome stuff, man. Great drive
no,
tonight. You did a great job.
thank you very much. And can I just have a shameful plug of the esports team who I don't know if you mentioned it did a fantastic job last weekend
Oh
in the
yeah.
races. Did you
I,
mention that?
I mean, I wasn't going to because it's just inflating my own ego
No,
massively.
no, no.
Because
But
I kind of was part of both winning teams last week.
yeah, so just to explain to everybody that's watching, there's the Toga racing that you're watching now, but they also run an esports racing team alongside it. I think it's probably sponsoring this race
It
today.
is, yeah.
And they do endurance races that are very tough. They've got some very quick drivers in those races with lots of experience and backing behind them. And last weekend, you guys went to the Red Bull Ring, didn't you? And
Hungaroring
was it
and
Hungaroring? Okay,
Kilami.
all right. And you came, was it first and second? Absolutely brilliant job.
Yeah.
So well done. And
Uh,
then the other teams came, was it
fifth and sixth, yeah.
fifth and sixth?
It's quite funny because obviously me and Callum we finished P1, but Hayden and Davide were right behind us. I think it was less than half a second at the line.
Wow. And that was after what, 6 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
I think a couple more laps and Hayden would have had me.
yeah, I mean, again, another little shameful plug of what the Toga Motorsport people do here. They also run a academy for anybody who wants to join for free, who's part of the Toga community. Monday night, where they just teach you how to drive around tracks quicker. And I'm telling you now, if it wasn't for that practice we had on Monday night, Barry,
Mm.
there's no way I could have finished this race.
Oh,
So
you did a great job.
that academy isn't just for esports people. It's for everybody who's taking part in the Toga community. So if you're wanting to improve your times and try and get up the grid a bit more, or you're struggling with certain bits and pieces, I can highly recommend you join the academy for a bit of advice, a bit of free training, completely free. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for the kind words, man. Do you want to join our marketing team? I don't think I have the
No,
power for
because
that.
I will cream-egg everything.
Oh no, I don't think Reese would allow that. But no, thank you very much for the kind words, man. I greatly
No worries.
appreciate it, and great race tonight. I'll let you get going
Thank
for the
you.
evening.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Barry. Thank you, everybody.
See you later.
See ya.
Cool. We have one more. Well, this will be the last one. Kevin, come and join us. Evening. Oh, another.
Hello.
There we go. There we
Barry.
go. How's it going?
Sorry, I had to turn off push to talk.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. So what a frustrating race.
Yeah, you got caught up
for-
with some carnage of both stars, didn't you?
Oh, I had a fantastic start in the first start. I made up like a
Oh
boatload of
yes,
positions.
yes. The first start you did well. Yes.
Yeah, and so I was like super annoyed that it was red flagged because I think I made up like probably like 8 or 9 positions
Oh damn.
on the start, and then the restart. Yeah, everybody was a little bit better, but I think it was lap 2. A couple of people crashed, hit each other in Beckett's,
Yeah.
and so I tried to avoid them, and I went off track, and I effectively stopped. I was on the grass, stopped, and somebody hit me while I was stopped on the
Oh
grass,
damn.
and massive amount of damage. So driving half
Yeah.
the race with this massive amount
Here,
of damage.
in those conditions with a very badly damaged front end, you were doing a good job.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to avoid a
Where
second.
where did you finish
pit
in the
stop.
end? It was like P15 or 14 or something like that. I can't
No,
remember.
no, it was like 19.
Oh, was it?
I got a drive through
Oh,
for
that's what. Oh,
track
because you
limit.
because you were like P15 and then you got the drive
I
through.
was like P15 and I was catching Stephen,
Yes, yes.
and then I had a bit of a standing water incident going into maggots, and
Standing
so I had
water's
a bit
fun.
of I had a bit of an off, and I picked up 2 track warnings on that same corner.
Yeah, I will say. I think I said it with Amirius as well.
Yeah.
See Kunos's coding for wet weather track limits is dodgy at the
Yeah.
best of times.
I mean, I was busy having an accident with
Yeah.
my foot on the brake and picked up 2 track warnings. So kind of,
Yeah, like
but I guess those were the conditions.
the trick of taking your foot off the throttle to make it a no
Yeah.
time gain because you lose delta. You're not actually gaining time, you're actually losing time. The
Yeah.
rain sometimes it doesn't care. I'll just give you anyway.
Yeah. But I just wanted to, to call out. I saw some really excellent driving today,
hmm
and I saw some really horrible driving today too.
Well, that's what these conditions
Yeah.
bring out.
Yeah. So, but I think it's good to see that there's a growing respect amongst the drivers.
Oh yeah.
The rookie drivers, they're giving each other more space than the first race. Guys that they're not dive bombing as much. I know there were a few penalties handed out, but it's lovely to see that that evolution as people learn each other, learn about each other, and gain respect for each other. It leads to better racing,
Oh
which is
yeah.
fantastic to see.
No, and I'll tell you this now. I had the best time watching that race. That was so much fun. I couldn't keep up with everything that was going on. There was so much happening. Every time I would go,
Yeah,
every time I would look at like the stream chats, something would happen.
yeah.
I'd be like, oh well, I've missed that. uh,
Yeah, no, it's super tough to be a single commentator, on a race that's going to have a lot of incidents in it.
yeah, good fun
Yeah,
though.
you really do need more than one person to try to cover it.
Well, I don't mind. I didn't
But
mind
yeah,
doing it solo. Just the availability this week is what it is.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. No, I'll watch the stream back a bit later. I'm sure
You,
it'll
you
be highly entered. entertaining.
You'll hear me making a lot of weird noises when things happen.
Well, but it's awesome. Yeah. I just wanted to say thanks very much for Toga for these races, for the rookie races, for the mentoring sessions, everything. I really appreciate the work you guys put into making rookie drivers better drivers.
Yes, thank you very much for that, man. It's what we're passionate about, and it's just great
Yeah.
fun to just see drivers evolve. Like a lot of you guys are in the academy as well, and just you went from like very little driving to driving the rookies and driving some enduro races. Like you took part in the Spa 24 with us,
Yeah,
and
that
and
was an adventure.
and while for both of our cars it was a bit of a disaster,
Yeah.
it's good experience.
Oh, no, absolutely. It's fascinating to drive a stint and then wait a few hours and then drive another stint. It's quite different from driving a 1 hour race and then driving another hour race like a week later.
Yeah.
And the mental game is, I didn't realize it, but the mental game is so huge,
Yeah, I think that's one of the
thinking
things
mental and
I've
fighting.
I've tried to teach you guys is like
Yeah,
sim racing it's a lot more mental than you think it is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Um,
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
it's just insane how much mental energy it requires. But no, it's really cool to see you guys getting better every race and just you see that
yeah,
experience coming out of you. So it's really cool. I love
yeah.
how we're just
But I have,
shamefully plugging everything. It's lovely.
yeah, yeah. No, I just have to say that there's a couple of guys in there. Like, I mean, somebody did a 2:10, or it was under 2:10 in those conditions. I was like,
Oh
what?
yeah, the guy who got
That,
pulled at a 209, that was nuts.
yeah, I was just like, them's not rookie times, my friend.
I mean, I went to look at the rookie times, but they were set for the dry, so I was like, I don't know what this is supposed to mean in the wet, but you know, the
Yeah, yeah,
stewards will know what them times are. I don't know what those times are.
yeah.
Um,
But it's good to have something to sort of look up to and aim yourself for. So
yeah.
it's good to see that you get better driving with better drivers.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
I firmly believe that.
I agree.
So yeah. Anyways, thanks as ever for the race. It's much appreciated, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Enjoy the practicing for Hungaroring, and sure we'll see you next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
It will. Good luck, man. I'll catch you later.
Cheers.
Bye. Awesome. I think that's gonna do us for this evening. There's nobody else in the waiting room, so we will just wrap it up here. Again, just want to say thanks to everyone for coming out. Like the video, subscribe, all that good, all the usual stuff when it comes to YouTube and Twitch. Drop a follow, stuff like that. Um, yeah, it's been a great race. That was a lot of fun. Um, thanks to everyone for coming out, watching, listening to me ramble on as usual. I know I yap a lot, but as long as it's somewhat entertaining, I suppose that's good. Um, yeah, that was really fun. And next week, Hungaroring, same time, same place as always. It might be me, it might not be me. We'll just have to see. My schedule is chaotic at the moment, so we'll see. Maybe not. Um, yeah, I think we Toga will be live again on Friday for the World Tour Season 2 or Season 3, Race 2, which is at Silverstone as well, actually, and I will be racing in that, so you'll see me in there, probably binning it in a wall somewhere. Um, but yeah, great race, great time as usual, and we'll see you all later. Good night.